Good morning. It's the Call Flo Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is your Wednesday, June the 4th. On WFLO AM 870. We're streaming online at WFLO.net, and we're broadcasting live from the Francis E. Wood studio here in downtown Farmville. I'm Chris Wood. The number to call for the Call Flo Show is 434-394-0924. But we're going to ask you to hold off on your calls for the first half of the program because we do have some very special guests in the Francis E. Wood studio here. With me, I have Chip Jones, outgoing Superintendent of Cumberland Public Schools, and Missy Shores, incoming Superintendent of Cumberland County Public Schools. So we want to welcome you and say good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great for a Wednesday morning. I had to think what day of the week was.
Yeah, it's over the hump.
Yes, ma'am.
Over the hump Wednesday. And believe me, the older you get, the faster it comes around. All right. Exciting news here. We've got two very special people who are very interested in education. And one is moving on to Prince Edward County, and the other one coming in, of course, Missy Shores.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am entering my 26th year in education. I started in Cumberland County back in 2000 as a teacher, became an athletic director, moved on to Buckingham as an athletic director, Mecklenburg County Schools as a principal of a middle school.
Mm-hmm.
From there I went to Hopewell and served 7 years as the director of human resources and came back to Cumberland 2 years ago to serve as principal.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, it sounds to me like you've worn a lot of hats.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've got a good broad spectrum of the whole deal.
And she lives in Carterville. She's a Carterville resident and so forth, and big into horses.
Yes, ma'am.
You have horses?
Yes, my daughter's a barrel racer.
Oh my gosh! I bet she goes all around the country, doesn't she?
All up and down the East Coast. Yes, ma'am.
When I lived in Colorado, I'm just going to say this. When I lived in Colorado, I had a girlfriend who barrel raced.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's exciting, but it can be very dangerous as well.
Yes, ma'am, it is. It's a little nerve-wracking for a parent.
Yeah, she rode a buckskin too, and they're not quite as friendly as horses as some of the others. But anyway, that's fantastic.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
It's fun and exciting, but the other part is, and I'm married into a horse family, it's also expensive.
Yes.
So.
It gets more expensive every year, I think. Of course, it depends.
Yes, ma'am.
So how many horses do you have?
Too many. I think she has 11.
11.
But she has 4 that are 3 years old or younger.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, Carterville and around that area is absolutely beautiful.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
rolling hills, and it's just beautiful horse country.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Chip.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you guys have a meeting? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We did, and there's lots going on and so forth. Just to give you some highlights from the division since the last time I was in here. Of course, we're welcoming Ms. Shores as the incoming superintendent for Cumberland County Public Schools. I'm very excited for Ms. Shores and her team as they start a new era for Cumberland County Public Schools. And with that, Andrew Hoyt, who is currently our middle school principal, will now do the finance and federal programs for the school division. Mm-hmm. And then Jason Moyer, who is the assistant principal at the middle school, will now be the principal of the middle school. So, and we're still in the process of hiring a high school principal and different things. So Ms. Shores will be new to her position. There'll be other people that are new and so forth, but it's going to go very well.
I'm sure that it is.
Yes,
I'm sure
ma'am.
It is. Yeah.
And we're always still recruiting for other positions within the school division. So if anyone ever wants to be a Duke, now is your time to reach out to us. If you've never thought about teaching, call us, and maybe there's a pathway to get you licensed and different things, but it's a great place.
What about a Duchess?
There we go.
Absolutely.
Yes. There we go. There's your Duchess right there. So it's good. It's exciting. And, with the spring, it's always a busy time. You're recruiting and doing different things. But we're also finishing up our spring sports. Mm-hmm. And some of our teams made postseason play, which is always exciting.
Always,
you finish
yes.
the regular season, and then you go into your regionals. Baseball and softball teams both played some hard-fought games that came down to the wire, but they ended up losing. Baseball lost 10-9 in the bottom of their seventh inning just this week, and then softball was
4-2.
4-2 last week. So they were good games, good to go watch. And Miss Shores traveled to both of them. One was in Alta Vista, and then one was in Sussex. So a little opposite ends of the state.
Yeah.
And then our track team, our boys team was the James River District Champion track, and then they went on to regional play at Sussex. They will start state competition on Friday at James Madison University. And I plan to go to Harrisburg to watch that get kicked off and different things. So, says it's going to be hot, so there's nothing, the little heat coming off a track. So it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Just take some Propel with you or whatever
Absolutely. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Summer learning, of course, we just finished up the school year, but we're already into summer learning and different things.
Yeah.
It's, we go from one thing right to the other, but also not just for the learning piece. And I think I said this last time, that Cumberland County Public Schools, we're going to host the Caleb Kimbrough basketball camp this summer at Cumberland High School. So it'll be July 28th through the 31st. I think Hampton Sydney's doing some work to their gym. They needed a location. We offered our gym and so forth. So our kids can have an opportunity to go to a basketball camp and not have so far to travel. And our culinary arts kids are going to provide the food.
Oh,
so it's a win-win for everyone.
It is a win-win, yeah.
And then the County of Cumberland, Samantha Pankey, who's their rec director, she's also got some activities planned within the community. So there's lots to do right in Cumberland County.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And also, we, in the couple times I talked about the historical markers that Lou Longenecker, one of our history teachers, middle school, kind of facilitated. I think they've done 5 altogether, from Salem to Williamsburg and 3 in Cumberland.
You had talked about that. I think it was 3 before.
Yes.
When we last talked. Now they've added another.
They've got
couple.
5. They've done 5 altogether. So Dale Robinson, he just recently sent us a copy of the second printing of his book to put in the library. And in that was a poem that was talked about old John Robinson, written by 2 of our rising 7th graders. So Sophia Perez and Thurston Child. So they wrote the poem, and it's in the book. So it's good.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
Yes, ma'am. And Longwood University let us host our senior nights for baseball and softball in conjunction with Prince Edward County. They both did their senior nights together, and they did it at the baseball field and the softball field for Longwood.
I bet that was exciting.
It was.
Yeah.
It gives kids an opportunity to play on a college level field, and it gives families a time to come and watch their kids play on a college level field. It just brings a different atmosphere, and it shows the partnership that we have with Longwood and all that they do for us. So it was exciting. It was a good night, I thought.
Yes, it was a great night. Great weather and everything. So.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Who won?
Baseball, Prince Edward won. Softball, Cumberland won. So we split.
So it was
a win-win for everyone involved.
Everybody,
Right.
absolutely.
They were both good games, though.
Yeah, they were.
It was good. And then recently, one of our 8th graders, Darren Woodson Trent, she placed 3rd in the discus and 8th in the shot put at the Virginia Middle School's Track and Field Championships, and earning an all-state first-team honor.
Congratulations.
Yes, that's big. That's huge.
It is huge. Yeah.
So athletics, Tyrone Mosby, our athletic director, has done a great job working with the school and the community and so forth. And, athletics are on the up and up in Cumberland County, so it's good.
Well, these students need to be outdoors and getting their bodies in tune with nature.
Yes.
And away from, all the other stuff,
Yes, ma'am.
social media and all that kind of stuff. They need to keep their bodies tuned up too, as Missy knows, being an athletic director there.
Yep.
So so she's got like I said, all of the qualifications.
She does. She's ready.
Yeah.
Cumberland's going to be in great hands with Miss Shores. I'm excited for them. And then one of our Spanish teachers at the high school, Miss Christina White, who recently graduated from Longwood, she received at Longwood's graduation the prestigious Dan Daniel Award for Scholarship and Citizenship. So that's pretty impressive. It's an impressive. Dan Daniel was such a good man, and he talked about service and leadership and so forth. But our teacher to get that just makes it even more special. Yeah. She's good.
Yeah.
She's the type of teacher that's new, came in mid-year, and that can always be tough. But she came in, built great relationships with kids, goes to all their athletic events and so forth, and it's like she's been a Duke for 20 years.
All right.
So it's always good.
Yeah.
And then Miss Shores, as the current high school principal, we think of kids when they get into high school. At the end of the day, they're still kids. And she arranged for a special movie day where they went to Sunchase Cinemas that were students that had minimal, you want to talk a little bit about that?
So we set this up first semester, no disciplinary referrals and less than 5 absences. In the fall, they came down and watched a Christmas movie at Sunchase at the end of the fall semester. And then this spring, we went back and saw Thunderbolt. We had about 175 students qualified for that, and about 2 busloads came down to watch the movie.
Oh, my gosh. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. And it's wonderful that Sunchase, is, again, in partnership.
Yes.
With
they
you
opened it
also.
especially for the Cumberland High School and different things. The kids love it. They get their popcorn. They can wear their pajama pants. They love it. It's little things sometimes, and that keeps incentives going. When Charlie Motter was our Teacher of the Year, not only for Cumberland, but then for Region 8, because there's 12 school divisions in Region 8, as part of that, the Bojangles Foundation made a classroom book donation to Cumberland Middle School. So that was good. It's always good. You can never have enough books in a school and so forth. And then with that, talk about community partnerships, the Fish and Pig. Some of at the elementary school, our students can earn what they call Duke dollars for different things that they may be, whether helping clean up a classroom, whether they helped a friend or whatever. But some of the things that Ms. Tillett and Ms. Stepco do as the administrators is when you earn these Duke dollars, then you can cash them in on different things.
Right.
Some of them wanted to go on a lunch with Miss Tillett, and the kids picked the Fish and Pig. So she took, I think it was 6 students to the Fish and Pig, and they ate lunch and so forth. So that's always exciting.
That's good stuff,
It
too.
is. And, Nash Osborne, they do a great job
yes.
in different things and big community supporters, which we appreciate. And then last but not least, we had some high school seniors that graduated from the community college with their associate's degree. Actually, the weekend before they got their high school diploma. And they got to, Southside Community College hosts their graduation at the Longwood Gym and so forth. I'm going to call it the Brock Commons Center.
Right.
Miss Shores was there. I got to be there. And it was exciting to watch kids.
So, in other words, these seniors were taking classes at Southside Community.
Some of them were taking them at Southside. Others are taking dual enrollment classes at the high school to earn their associate's degree. So it was a combination.
That's.
So some of our teachers had the credentials to teach the college classes. So in partnership with the community college, while they're taking maybe it's dual enrollment government, or they earn a college credit for that. And along the way, not only are they earning their high school diploma, but they're earning their associate's degree from the community college.
2 in 1.
Absolutely. It's pretty good. And then with graduation and seniors, shout out to Addie Carney, who is their valedictorian for Cumberland High School, and Brianna Barker, our salutatorian for Cumberland High School. So we, of course, at graduation, which I went well and so forth, that we got to celebrate them. And, at the end of the school year, there's so many things that go on. We celebrate all the memories with their students, staff, and families. And this year's been pretty special. And, of course, with Cumberland County Public Schools, we appreciate all the support that everyone gives us. And as always, we like to end with Go Dukes.
Absolutely. All right. Well, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Chip, to you moving on, and Missy will step right into your footsteps, and I know they've got. It feels like you got a big footstep.
She's
to
got
go,
it.
but you've got it.
The good thing is, I can say this, you can say this, Missy can say this. We all live in Southside Virginia, and I think it's very important that you understand Southside Virginia and all that comes with it, all the great things and all the things and the directions that we need to go. And it takes an understanding of the community and the people in the community, and just providing opportunities for our kids, whether they leave the area or whether they stay in the area and so forth.
Yeah. Well, I know that you strive to hope that they stay in the area.
Yes, ma'am.
But sometimes they've got to go out. And but the thing of it is that I love the exposure that you give your students for all of the state. As far as having all of these very special events.
Right.
And their participation in the competitions, it really gives them a well-rounded education.
Right. I just had a Cumberland alumni actually email me over the weekend or send out to me. When she left Cumberland, she went to college on a track scholarship in Kentucky. And, we got her out to Kentucky to see the school and different things. But when she graduated, she went to work in South Dakota. And then with her sports management degree and so forth. And then from that, working in South Dakota, she then got a job in Florida. And, in the athletic realm of a university. And she emailed me that she's moving back to the area and so forth. So I think as education, there's lots of things that come with it, but you always see the fruits of your labor from
when they get out there and
when
experience.
They get out and they come back and you get messages like that, and
there's no place like home.
There's no place like home, and let you know that your work is worth it.
Yeah.
So
that's fantastic.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Well, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Our best wishes as well. Congratulations, best wishes, and definitely we know that you will embrace your new positions.
Absolutely.
With 100%.
And there's a little competition here, so we both want to be the best. So, and one more thing before we go is, when everyone's on Main Street, Main Street in Farmville is a busy place.
Yeah.
Right there at the LCVA, the front window, the artwork that's going up in that front window, it's kind of like the Golden Globes of art and so forth, and everything display. That is from Cumberland County Elementary School. Emily Overstreet and the elementary school students have done a phenomenal job, and that is artwork from Cumberland.
That always gives you an enlightenment, a feeling of joy to see these youngsters improving and expressing their,
Yes, ma'am.
expressing their feelings and their talents, in art.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you. And Missy, we hope to be hearing from you on a monthly basis, as well as Chip. And so, we won't be strangers or anything.
Nope.
And I guess she's going to get on my pie list.
I've told her when we were walking across the street, I said, Ms. Wood put me on her pecan pie list, and I said it's phenomenal. So thank you.
Please.
All right.
We just talked about that coming in here.
Oh, that's amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
We appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was Chip Jones, outgoing superintendent of Cumberland County Public Schools, and Missy Shores. She will be replacing Chip as superintendent of Cumberland County Public Schools. So that was pretty exciting. All right, we have 26, almost 27 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock, and we'll be getting Noah Massage in here to be a part of the Call Flo radio show, which he usually is. So we do have our weather coming up along with the birthday and anniversary calendar, but we're going to say good morning to Noah.
Chris, how you doing this
I'm
morning?
doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Okay, yeah.
Good. It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. It's over the hump Wednesday. It's recipe of the week Wednesday. It's
it is that.
all
I've got
jazz.
a fantastic recipe for us today. Mm-hmm. And tell us this new exciting person that we have, Sean.
We have an intern. His name is Sean.
Yes.
I think his last name, I didn't ask him. I seen it written down, though. It's either Winder or Winder. I don't know which one. It's either.
Maybe we'll get him in here.
Yeah, maybe Sean. I think Sean's in the back. I think he's watching the live stream of this right now.
Oh,
But if you want to come on in.
Oh, we're streaming live?
Right now, yeah,
Oh,
on
my gosh.
YouTube. Just a little
YouTube.
test run, though.
Yeah,
you know.
look, there he is.
Come on
here,
in, Sean. Come on in, intern Sean.
Yes.
Take the mic. You got to get really up and close to it.
Yeah, just love it. Love the microphone. There
I was
you
wondering, it's Winder.
It's Winder.
Winder.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a theater major at Longwood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently a senior. I've been in plenty of shows prior and within Longwood as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of getting the internship here to learn new aspects of theater that aren't really taught there.
Mm-hmm.
So like radio station, voice work, the broadcasting stuff, even the techie side of things. And then that one category where you build a cabinet to organize stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you in a
Cool.
situation like this, you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Juggle a lot of balls, you know.
Yeah,
you kinda-
having been in the business for almost 39 years, I know. But tell us just, I know, where are you from originally?
I'm from Midlothian, Virginia.
Midlothian,
I've
okay.
kind of been in that area all my life, so 22 years.
Uh-huh.
I've never really moved out of Virginia, just been here,
Yeah.
with the exception of traveling, of course. But,
All right. Well, let's see, you'll be with us through the summer.
yes, ma'am.
And actually, your internship was sponsored by the Virginia Association of Broadcasters. Is that correct? That's correct.
I believe so.
Yeah. And Chris Beauchamp, I'm sure, was a big help with that.
Yes, ma'am. It's actually a really, really funny story how that happened.
Well, tell us about it.
It was the middle of the day, about a month prior. I had contacted Mr. Beauchamp about wanting an internship here specifically because I couldn't really find any internships for what that would get approved. And what had happened was while I was in the middle of campus, Chris Beauchamp just happened to run into me, just shouted my name from like across the campus to say, "Hey, do you still want a radio internship?" And I'm like, "Oh, holy moly, I didn't think I was going to get that. It's been like a month since I've asked about that." But I said, "Sure." And he's like, reserve a place to stay and go through this whole process, and then we'll get you started. So immediately I start reserving my place to stay, and I'm giving out the different information and everything. And then there was the whole, get this person to sign here, this person to sign here, this person to sign here, this person to sign here.
A lot of
and get it-
paperwork, yeah.
Yep, to get it through. And despite cutting it very, very close, it ended up working out in my favor.
Well, that's fantastic. And we welcome you and know that you'll be a great asset
Yeah,
to the station. I
indeed.
know that by the time his internship is over with, we'll be sad to see him go. But anyway, welcome.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
All right. Sean Winder, WFLO. He is our new intern, and we might be hearing him on the weather forecast
yes, yeah.
and stuff like that
Little
on
bit of
the
everything.
air. And all right, that sounds great. Okay. All right. We've talked ourselves down to the bottom of the hour.
Yeah,
So let's go
indeed.
ahead and get to our forecast.
Okay.
All right.
All right, sounds good.
Forecast brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County. If I can get it in here. There we go.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, your WFLO forecast for Southside and Central Virginia. We'll see lots of sunshine today with a high near 86 degrees. Becoming mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 63. For Thursday, we'll see a 30% chance of some showers developing. Look for a high of 77. On Thursday night, we'll see a low of 62 with, again, a 30% chance of showers. On Friday, partly sunny. Then a 30% chance of showers. Look for a high of 84 degrees. On Friday night, a chance of showers, then a chance of thunderstorms as well with a low of 65. Saturday, mostly cloudy with a 60% chance of showers. It will be warm, though, with a high of 87 degrees. On Saturday night, look for showers. It goes from 60% down to 30%. We could see a thunderstorm as well. Look for a low of 63. And for Sunday, mostly sunny with a high of 86 degrees. Humidity is at 80%. Our barometer at 30.22 inches. We do have winds coming in from the southwest around 7 miles per hour. Our morning low was 58. Our current temperature under sunshine is at 68 degrees. That is your weather forecast brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County. They have branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. We do have our birthday and anniversary calendar coming up for you. The calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
All right, Noah.
Chris, how you doing?
It's time for the birthdays, perhaps anniversaries, and I'm going to turn the microphone over to you to let us know who's celebrating.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. So for today, June 4th, we have on the list, we have a couple of birthdays, a couple of anniversaries. So Tyler Spencer is celebrating a birthday today. Also, Tony Staler also having a birthday. Caitlin Crater celebrating a birthday today. And last but not least, we have one anniversary, Brian and Paula Cook.
All right.
Celebrating many years of marriage, I assume.
Okay.
So there you go.
We'll assume that.
We will, indeed.
All right. Tell us how those folks can get those names to us.
Sure. They can call in, which we love to hear from you. 434-394-0924 is the number. They can also email them to birthdays@wflo.net, or you can go on our website under the on-air mentions page, and you can submit birthdays directly from the website like it's magic or something.
Right.
You know, it's quite fun.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, for the right legal advice, you can contact Terry Atkins Wilson on Main Street in downtown Farmville. All right, we've got our recipe of the week coming up, and this is unbelievable chicken. I had a salad recipe, but we did a salad last week. So unbelievable chicken. It's an unusual combination of easy ingredients. In the marinade for the chicken is fabulous as in the marinade, and everyone who tastes it wants to share the recipe. So this recipe serves 6. The prep time is 15 minutes. The cook time is 20 minutes. And additional time is 8 hours and 25 minutes. So we've got to let something marinate, I would think. All right. Here are your ingredients. 1/4 of a cup of cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of prepared coarse ground mustard, or to taste. I'm still going to get that coarse ground mustard. 3 cloves of garlic peeled and minced, 1 lime juiced, 1/2 of a lemon juiced, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, or to taste, 1½ teaspoons of salt, or to taste, ground black pepper, the same, 6 tablespoons of olive oil, and 6 skinless, boneless chicken breast halves. Okay, here are your directions. You mix the cider vinegar, the mustard, the garlic, the lime juice, the lemon juice, the brown sugar, the salt and pepper together in a large glass or ceramic bowl. Whisk in the olive oil. Add the chicken and toss evenly to coat. Cover and marinate in the refrigerator for 8 hours to overnight. Okay. You preheat an outdoor grill for high heat. Lightly oil the grilled surface, or the grate there. Place the chicken on the preheated grill and cook 6 to 8 minutes per side until the juices run clear. Discard any remaining marinade. And that's it. And it has, per serving, it's 337 calories, so that's not bad at all.
That's very doable.
I know.
Very doable.
So it's the marinade, of course, that makes the chicken. So I think I'm going to try this.
You should. Yeah, that sounds very good.
I'm going to definitely try that. Okay, so I will give this to you to put on
the website.
The website. And we'll take a caller here. Good morning. You're on the Call Flo Show. Hello. Oops. Hello. You're on the Call Flo Show. Henry? Hello. I guess he hung up. He'll try back. We'll drop that call. He'll be back. He'll join us again. So how was your weekend?
The weekend? It was, well, we have another call.
But go ahead, say it was. It was.
I'll sum it up in one word, long.
Oh.
In a good way, in a bad way.
Oh, okay.
It was a long.
We'll discuss that in a little bit.
We'll pick that apart.
All right, we'll take this call. Good morning, you're on the air.
Hey.
Hey, finally.
Yeah, finally get through.
Yes. How are you, Henry?
I hadn't even started yet, and I got through.
That's good.
Yeah. Guy said his breath was so bad, when he joined the military, they put him in the Listerines.
Okay, I got you.
You guys, all right. Did you know that when the cow approaches a railroad crossing, she'll blow both horns?
Oh, I did. Wow.
Okay, I didn't know that, but
yeah.
yeah.
I almost blew the whole thing, I think. You know what the bald-headed man told his comb? He said, "I'll never part with you."
Wow. Isn't that sweet?
That was so sweet.
Yes. His diet was so strict, he could only have pictures of food.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. If I see a picture of something, I probably gain a couple of ounces.
I tell you. Mommy told her 3-year-old little boy to go inside, so he goes on inside and went.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, okay. Every day, Mrs. Bunny combs her hair, whose name is Bugs.
She bugs bunnies. Okay.
That's one you have to think about. So would you please explain it to Noah?
No, I
morning,
think he
Noah.
got it.
Yes. Yeah.
Henry said good morning.
Yeah.
I just, find it hard. I get the jokes, I get them, but I just don't react to them. I don't know if that's a bad thing or,
Somebody told me that Noah went out and he was going swimming, but somebody had filled the pool with water. So he turned around and came on back.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense, don't it?
No.
Yeah. He paid his bill with a smile, but they insisted on cash.
Well, yeah.
They'll do that.
They'll do that.
The fish had worms for supper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what they tell me.
Okay.
I remember in the first grade one day, oh, no, it was the second grade, teacher asked one of the students to spell watermelon, and he spelled WATERPELON, and the teacher says, there's no P in watermelon. He said, you just haven't eaten enough of it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good
The
one.
skunk was bankrupt. He didn't even have a cent.
Too
You know.
bad. Poor skunk.
But anyway, I have an incident that happened this week. On Monday, I received a call from a young lady who said her blood pressure was always extremely high. The top figure was normal, but for several years, the bottom reading was like anywhere from 90 to 205 on her blood pressure.
Oh, wow.
So she had a doctor's appointment for yesterday at 9:30 a.m., and she asked for prayer. So I prayed for this young lady, and afterwards I prayed that God would give the young lady a reading of 130 over 82. Because as I was praying, in my mind I saw like a 130, I also saw an 82. And as I prayed, I suddenly remembered several supernatural things I'd seen the Lord do, but I'd forgotten during the years. So, but that also reminded me that Christ was making his presence known at that time, and that he was active in this situation. And so I was greatly encouraged. I had asked her to call me when she got through the doctor's visit. So around 10:30, she called and said the doctor had checked her blood pressure twice. It was 130 over 82 for the first time in years.
Wow.
Because as I had prayed, I saw these numbers in my mind and my spirit, and I wrote them down. And so the Lord was showing me those.
That's pretty amazing, Henry.
Beg pardon?
That's pretty amazing.
It is amazing. God is amazing,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yes, I know.
It is. It really is. If anyone would like to have prayer or share a story with me, my number is 414-0096. That's 414-0096.
Okay.
Okay, and I hope and pray that I'll be able to be with you tomorrow.
All right. That sounds like a plan.
Thank you. All right.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Bye-bye. Bless you. All right. Take care.
Bye-bye. God bless.
All right. That's pretty amazing.
The one and only Henry Fulcher.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think John Staten's getting his oil change this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I can't think of a one-liner for that.
I know. It's just
We'll
the
call
truth.
Henry back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good for him.
Yeah. So
You have to remember to do that.
you do. Yeah. Have you ever went like really long without changing your oil?
No.
Good.
No.
Good.
No. I've always. My father was. He was a man of wearing many hats as well, and he always took good care of his cars, and he instilled that in me from a very young age.
It's an important skill to have, you know.
Yes, it is. So let's talk about your weekend.
Yeah, it was long and exhausting. At some points, it felt never ending. You know, I had some friends call me up asking for not favors, but you know, like work kind of, not here work related things, but just like other projects. And I'm like, it's like, let me rest this weekend. Let me, you know, like have my day of rest. and relaxation. So anyways, I was just working through the weekend. And yeah, so it just felt very long and tiring, and I had a glass of wine, which was nice, Chris.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that'll relax you.
Yeah, it did a little bit.
A little bit.
So.
All right. Well, we do have another caller, and we'll say good morning. You're on the Call Flo Show.
Well, good morning, people.
Good morning, FTC. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good morning, man.
Thank you very much. Hey, man. Good morning.
Good morning, man. Yeah.
Did you have a shot of whiskey with that?
The cup of wine? What's the whole old saying? The beer before liquor, never been sicker. Does that count for wine as well?
Wine over whiskey, pretty whiskey.
Pretty risky. Whoa, I like that one.
Yeah, wine over whiskey, pretty risky.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Huh.
I didn't have.
Whiskey over wine, okay, fine.
I love these sayings.
Keep them coming.
I know it is.
It's great.
It's catchy almost.
Yeah.
I know.
You could do.
Yeah.
Yes. I got a question.
Okay.
And are you guys really going to the
We're going to be
have
there.
a booth for the festival? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I'm in the mood to do a little baking, and I was going to drop something off.
Oh. Okay. Well.
Do you guys consume things that other people make?
Sure.
Depending on the
You know how
person.
some people are just you know how some people are just like, oh, I don't know, man.
I have a story.
And they say yes and thank you, and then it goes right into the trash can.
Yeah, I have a story. This was when Francis was working. This has been years and years and years ago, and he had this little fan club of ladies who would listen to him, and they all came to the station one day and brought him. I can't remember whether it was a rhubarb pie or something like that. Anyway, so they were just all proud and oohing and ahhing and got all gaga over him because he was good looking. But anyway, so after they left, he tossed the pie. I'm afraid to say, but he did toss the pie because all of these, ladies some of them weren't quite as clean as they should have been, or this type of thing, and a couple of them didn't have all of their teeth and all the stuff. So he kind of
made a safe assumption.
Made a safe assumption.
You kind of have to base it off the person, like. When you give me stuff, Chris, I am able to eat it. But again,
I eat it first, so I'm not going to
sure,
die.
Exactly. Nice. Yeah.
I'm the guinea pig.
You do have to kind of assess the person and use a little bit of the gut instinct that you have. Everybody has. And I mean, some people are riskier than others. Some would eat that rhubarb pie, but that's a totally fair thing to do. I think throw it away.
But then you really don't know. You go to a restaurant and you're really not sure. So
that's true.
How much cleaner or not.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on.
So how many?
Move on from
this. How many of you guys are going to be there at the booth?
For the Farmville Friday, I know I'm planning on being there. I think we're going to bring the intern along as well. John Van Cleve is going to be there. John Staten, I don't think he's going to be there, but he might. He's iffy. He's iffy about it. He might show up. He might not show up.
I'm a little iffy because that would be my third time into town.
Oh man.
And I live 10 miles out, but I may be there.
Yeah, you should come out. Yeah, that'd be great to have you at the booth, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris will be there?
Maybe.
It's possible.
Oh. You know what happens when somebody says maybe?
What?
Usually they don't.
Well,
I might be there.
Well, since I'm very partial to WFLO and to all these great people, and I just might show up. Yeah, it would be fun.
It would be fun.
And I don't have, I just don't get out much. It just depends upon my dog. I've got Iggy and all that kind of stuff. But it's at 5 o'clock, 5:30.
I think 5 o'clock it starts. We should have Iggy set up with Mr. Predicto and put a little one of those, the predicting
the
dog.
Yeah. If I could bring Iggy with me.
You could. I think it's dog. I'm pretty sure it's dog friendly, pet friendly.
Pet friendly. Well, we'll see.
They didn't used to be, because I would take my dog, and I guess with the people on the lawn and blankets out, and
it's not in the lawn anymore, though. It's in the.
It's on the
pavement.
Yeah, it's on the parking lot.
So they used to have a stage, and then you could sit in the grass and listen.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
but
anymore.
now it's on the in the parking.
So parking lot, or so you can set up a chair on the parking lot, watch the band on the stage, but it's not in the grass.
But they're facing the buildings.
Yes, correct. Yeah, the band's facing the buildings, and then the crowd would be not.
Huh. Okay.
I personally liked it the other way, but
Yes, it was so much more just fun, and But anyway.
But you have to watch out too. You get chiggers, and I don't know how if they spray the grass down there or not. But anyway, you have to watch out for chiggers and ticks and all that kind of stuff. So on the pavement's probably better.
And we got to be under trees so nobody gets sunburned, and make sure that they don't have to walk too far through their car. And
all of that good stuff.
America, we're getting too spoiled.
Oh, I don't know.
But
Some
anyway,
cases.
I got a story.
Okay.
Actually, part of it's true. So yesterday I had to call an organization, okay? So I started asking the people in the house, where's the phone book? I got to find a number, and I don't have it. And I had it in a file, but it's like way back somewhere. And they're like, they don't have phone books anymore. And I'm like, no way, you're serious. How do you find a phone number then? And I'm really thinking this. And they're like, well, you have to go online and find it. So my mother was there, and she was helping me. And if you can imagine a senior citizen trying to look up something on a cell phone, how long it takes.
Careful.
I know. I mean, a senior.
Go ahead. So anyway, you're looking for the phone book.
Yes, and finally, you know how when you're waiting for something and it takes a minute is a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So it had to be 5 or 6 of these minutes. And finally, she gives me the number, and I'm thinking, how in the heck, if you need to call 911, how in the heck are you going to find that quickly? You don't have a phone book or anything.
Well, you just know everybody just knows they call 911.
Oh, so it's not in the phone book? How do you find it?
Usually it's in the front. I think.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the very front. So, and they still make phone books, except they've gotten skinnier.
Thinner. They're not as fun to throw around and rip
swat
up.
flies with, and
exactly. Hit over your sibling's head.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to do we would do feats of strength at the farm, and I would rip them in half to entertain people.
No. So you worked in the circus?
No, it was just like a 3-page newspaper.
Oh, okay.
But part of the humor was, how do you find the phone number to 911?
Yeah.
And it wasn't very funny.
Mm.
So,
What did you find the number?
To 911?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't find the phone book?
No, there was none. We used to get one every year, and it doesn't. They don't come anymore.
Oh, well, mine do. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get one.
Huh?
Every year. That's what I said. It gets thinner and thinner, and so.
Yeah.
But I don't know why people put their. I guess they don't like to put their cell phone numbers in.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Anyway.
Okay. I didn't have anything. I just wanted to share that and ask how many people are going to be there.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a
the weather
crowd.
should be. Well, what are they calling for? They might call for a little bit of rain.
We're calling for rain, but I think that's going to pass.
Yeah. It should Could be later on.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope so.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's it, man.
All right. Well, listen, you take care.
Uh-huh.
Give us a call tomorrow. All right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I have something to go over.
Right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All
Take
righty.
care. All right.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. That was FTC, first-time caller.
Yeah.
And Mr.
Couldn't find the number to 911. Yeah. That's
I think he was being
yeah,
facetious.
of course. Yeah, he had to
it was-
be.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I fell for it.
No.
Oh, yeah. Well,
911. Yeah, it's kind of like just in the I don't know everybody's mind, like the.
have you ever had to call 911?
I did accidentally, and it's weird because like you accidentally do it, or like modern. He was talking about trying to find the number. If you have a phone that's less than like I don't know 5 years old, like usually there's a button on the home screen that's like emergency call, and it dials 911 for you automatically, or at least mine does. It's like emergency call, and it immediately rings 911. But I've accidentally hit that button before, and I had to hang up. Nerve-wracking thing is they call back.
Right.
They're like, "What's up?" And I gotta calmly explain to them an accident occurred without sounding like I'm in immediate danger. So I'm so sorry. This is what happened. And I always feel like they're going to be like, we're sending people your way anyway. Just like one of those situations, but no.
And then you could get
It costs money, right? It's
well, yeah.
expensive.
They can arrest you for false information.
Yeah. They could.
Oh, my goodness.
So, anyways, have you ever called 911?
I have.
Yeah.
I have called 911 before. Actually, yeah.
There was one time where I did call 911 as well. It was I was at the YMCA. Somebody was having episode.
An episode, cardiac episode or whatever.
It seemed like cardiac or maybe diabetic
seizure. Or,
something, yes,
yeah.
like that. So we had to call, ring 911. I'm trying to think if any other, not fun, but at times I had to call 911. You ever hear those 911 calls? You like hear recordings of like man called 911 because he was too high and he thought that the couch was a bear or like something. Do you ever hear about these things? Yeah,
no.
It's kind of a shame, but it's kind of funny at the same time. You can probably find them on YouTube if you're ever interested. But it's just a guy, people that took a drug and didn't know, what was going to happen, exactly what they were doing, and they're like, help, I need help right now, somebody, and so anyways,
you can get arrested.
You can get arrested, yeah, and you should as well.
Absolutely, yeah, if you remember that you did it.
Exactly,
yeah.
True.
We got to go.
We do have to go.
We do. This has been fun. It's been educational.
It has been interesting.
It's been a great call flow. So we got to go. We hope that you have a great remainder of your day, and we'll be talking at you tomorrow.